Hey everyone, this is Jen with Usborne Books and More. If you've been around the block with Usborne and you're pretty familiar with our stock and you're wondering what's new with Usborne, I have a whole bunch of brand new January 2017 releases to show you. So these are all new books. There are some really great ones here and I'm going to zip through and show you what we've got here. This is Usborne's baby's very first bus book. This little book is $8.99. It's a good size for a baby book. Really thick, sturdy board pages. Really cute illustrations. Story about a bus driver filling his bus full of people and they all go to the carnival at the end. What makes this book really fun is it has these wheels and it is a toy and a book all in one. Hannah, my 1-year-old, loves this. It's really popular at our house already and we've only had it a couple weeks. This is I Love You Americanly. If you haven't seen our book, I Love You Animally, you should check it out. This is a new companion book to it. I Love You Capitally, like Washington, D.C. I Love You Tremendously, like a redwood tree. It goes through and talks about a lot of the landmarks and special places and things in our country. Really, really neat. Love this. It ends with, I love you necessarily like sweet liberty. I love you vastly like our growing country. I love you shiningly, freely, Americanly. I love you so from sea to sea, with a little map of the U.S. Really, really sweet one. Great for kiddos that are learning about our country too. All right, this one is Paint Me a Picture. This is cute. It's kind of just a celebration of color. It talks a lot about color and emotion and how they go hand in hand. So this is pages yellow. It says, paint me some sunshine to make flowers grow. And in the yellow it says happy, sunny, smiley, joyful. So it mentions some of the emotions. It's all these watercolor illustrations, really pretty. It's cardstock pages, so pretty heavy weight for smaller kids that are a little harder on them. Red, paint me some red, balloons tied up with a bow. It says passionate, bold, dangerous, courageous, brave. Really, really sweet, that one. This one is $11.99. Okay, this is a cool one. I'm really excited about this one. I have a lot of friends who have adopted, and this is a pretty special book for that population. Babies Come from Airports. It's specifically about a family on Gotcha Day, a family that has grown through adoption multiple times. Adjust my camera here. And it's from the big brother's perspective on their little sister's Gotcha Day. It is so sweet. I mean, seriously, it almost brought me to tears reading this book. Cute little illustrations, and it's the brothers flipping through picture album of their own Gotcha days and talking about, going to pick up then their little sister at the airport. In they go. Their mom went and flew to the country of origin for brand new baby sister, and it's just very, very sweet. Here they are all on. Anyway, really, really sweet book. I like this one. If your family has grown through adoption or you have friends whose families have or are planning to adopt, this is a cool book, and I've liked reading it to my son and talking about how families grow different ways. This one is $12.99. Babies Come from Airports. Really sweet edition. All right, 2 new Shine a Light books. Both of these are great. Secrets of Our Earth and Wonders of the USA. These are $12.99 each. Let's see. Wonders of the USA and I Love You Americanly are kind of cool companion books together. So I don't know if I have enough light here to show you our Shine a Light aspect of it. You can kind of see a little bit how our Shine a Lights. If you haven't seen videos of how Shine a Light books work, then get on and check it out. I have another video with it. Anyway, it goes through the White House in Washington, D.C., what's happening in the White House, and it shows people having meetings in the White House, and goes through some of the other different important places and landmarks and historical events in our country. So that's a pretty cool one. USA. And then Secrets of Our Earth. This talks a lot about kind of some introductory earth science, which is really neat. Cool, even just math in the beginning and talking about the earth getting heat from the sun, and then volcanoes and all sorts of different kinds of ecosystems and things in that. So that's another cool one. That's Secrets of Our Earth, Shine a Light. storybook here. This is The Curious Case of the Missing Mammoth. We've had this in the house all of, I think, about 3 days, and it's disappeared multiple times. Peter, my almost 4-year-old, loves this one. Really cute storybook about mammoths in the museum. Museum characters come to life at night, and the baby mammoth escapes. It has flaps that lift, and there's also a lot of cool information in it. Cute story with lots of little tidbits, fold out pages. So there's some educational aspects to it as well. Mostly this is a really fun story. It's just cute. But here you can see like fast facts about the ocean and in the under the sea room, and so that one's really cute. This comes with a little plush mammoth doll, if you would want to have that as a cool gift, the two of those. Curious Case of the Missing Mammoth is $16.99. All right, Above and Below. I really like this one. It is just beautiful. It's a really beautiful book, very aesthetically pleasing. The cover is like this cool texture. This book is $13.99, and there is a lot of earth science in this. Lots and lots. So each page is kind of a different habitat, an ecosystem, and it has split pages here, so it shows you, so this page is the ocean, lots of information you can see there, and then you can see above, and then it flips, and then you can see below with even more information again over here. So it goes through a lot of different habitats, the ocean, the rainforest, and what's hiding behind the leaves, more animals. Let's see, the North Pole, and rivers and mountains and mountain caves in the savannah. So really just beautiful illustrations. Really, really neat the way it's designed, the rocks and then what's hiding behind the rocks. For the cliff tops with all the little puffins hiding out on that, and then the forest. Anyway, you can tell I like this one. This one's just really fun. I love the illustrations, tons of information, lots and lots to learn, and it's just a really neat design with the above and below, what's above, what's below, and really cool one there. All right, we have two brand new Usborne's illustrated books. This is my favorite series. I say that all the time. Both of these are great. We've had this one for a few weeks now. I've read quite a bit of it with Peter, and we really like it. These stories are all fairly short, so great for like a bedtime option. $19.99, and each story starts off, there's a ton of stories in this. Oh, this was one of our favorites that we've read so far. Finn McCool, it's an Irish story. So each story starts off with a blurb about the culture that it belongs to. It says, Finn McCool was a famous Irish giant. Legend has it that he built the giant's causeway across the Irish Sea to get to his enemies, the Scottish giants. This is the story of how the causeway came to be. And then it's this fable about the giant Finn McCool. If you're not familiar with our illustrated stories, these are really fabulous books that are great in that transition between picture books and moving up into longer chapter books. They help kids grow less dependent on pictures. As you can see, some pages don't really have any at all, and some pages have full spread of pictures. They're just a really, really nice, and the stories are just good, really fun. So here's one from the indigenous peoples of Alaska. Myths often explore the relationship between people, the natural world, and powerful overlapping spirit world. So lots of kind of cool history and culture woven in with this one. That's Fables from Around the World, $19.99. And then we have a new illustrated classics. These are awesome. I really love these. $19.99 again. And these books all are just like sturdy. They are built to last. They're going to last your entire kids' childhoods and will be passed down as heirloom, books for your grandkids. So this one has Huckleberry Finn and Other Stories. Let me get to the page here and I'll read you what stories it has in it. It has The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Kidnapped by Stevenson, King Solomon's Mines, White Fang, and The Phantom of the Opera. So The illustrations in this one are really fun. Each book is by a different illustrator. Here we have Huckleberry Finn. So these books are abridged. They're shortened for children's and for their attention span, but they're really, really well done. They do such a phenomenal job capturing the stories and these classics, and there's such a cool introduction for kids to really quality, high quality literature at really young age. So these are so cool. So here, you can kind of get a feel for that one. Love that. Illustrated Classics, Huckleberry Finn. Oh, this one's beautiful too. The Wild Garden Rub Down Transfer book. So this is really cool. If you have a kid, probably a daughter would be most interested in this, or yourself, I'm tempted to crack it open and do it myself if I decide not to give it away as a gift. Beautiful Garden, this is $19.99. It's a coloring book, but it comes with these, they're called rub down transfers. So the envelope here opens, let's see if I can get them out without wrinkling everything. And you have sheets and sheets of these transfers. And they're all floral patterns, just tons of them. So, and then they correspond with the different pages in the book. So here's one, these are cherry blossoms, spring blossoms. So you can see these really pretty detailed black and white over here to color, and then you can use those rub down transfers. You use like the point of a pencil eraser or something dull but firm like that, and rub those onto transfer and fill in the rest of these pictures with those beautiful floral images. Really, really fun, creative, and just really beautiful. So anyway, there's that one. Really, really nice. $19.99. This would make a beautiful gift for a young girl who likes being creative and floral kind of stuff. Okay, we're getting close. Usborne's Outdoor Book. This one is really cool too. If you have kiddos that just want more ideas of things to do and how to explore the outdoors and just be creative and do fun new things, this is the book that you want to get them. This book is only $9.99 for a real sturdy hardback. Cool illustrations, the contents. It goes through different places and ideas of how to explore and experience and just delve in. Something that I think our generation, our world really needs more of these days. Just getting outside, getting our kids outside and exploring and experiencing the outdoors in new and interesting and exciting ways, really expanding their little minds. So the chapters are all about exploring ponds, rivers, and seas, and then discovering wildlife, investigating the woods, into the wild, which has a lot about camping, how to set up a camp, some wild, like basic survival skills out in the weather, and then some about night exploring. So these are really detailed, really, really nice. So it's talking about how to build a raft to float on a pond. So just kind of something fun and interesting you can do, exploring and experiencing and having fun in the outdoors. Bird watching, investigating the woods, looking at different kinds of leaves to see what kinds of trees they belong to. And then into the wild, it talks, building a fire, building a tent, all kinds of really, really cool stuff in here. So that's the outdoor book. This one's $9.99 and a really, really cool book. And the last one I have here for you is the big keyboard book. And this really is big. This book is $24.99, and it has an on-off switch on the back. Let me flip it on. And then you have the keys. The really cool thing about this that's different than most keyboard books that I've seen is you can do chords. You can play two notes at the same time. So this is cool. It has a ring bound, and it talks about how the keyboard is set up. This would be a great introduction book for a kid that's musical that may not quite be ready for piano lessons yet, but wants to start experiencing music in a new way and experimenting with it. So it talks about chords, what they are. It does have some really basic music theory, and then the songs. So it has a lot of really cute, just familiar songs for kids to start working on picking out the notes. It's all color and shape coded for younger kids that may not be familiar and know all their alphabet letters yet. So that is nice too. So that one's really, really cool. That one's a neat one. $24.99 for the big keyboard book. that's what I have to show you. So there you go. That's what I have for the new releases for January 2017 for Usborne. I hope that you enjoyed. Thanks. Have a good one.